Hey everyone, Techie here to talk about the latest creation for the Jetstream on the Tabletop game. For those who don't know, Jetstream on the Tabletop is a once fortnightly tabletop stream that I run with Jetstream as a player and a character, and one of my friends playing another character, and we get up to wild antics. It's kind of a lot of fun. But a recent adventure, I brought out a character that I've been kind of plotting for a while. So, anyway, her name is Razer, and yeah, before you ask, yes, based off the Razer brand. I'm not affiliated with Razer at all, but I do use a lot of their products. Mainly because, well, I like green, and I use things like their hotkey keyboard and all that for like editing and such. So, you know, Razer, if you're watching this, I love your stuff. Anyway, back on with this mouse character. The initial idea to make her a computer mouse kind of just... Basically, Razer started as a character that I wanted to parallel Retrowave a bit. Retrowave was building himself up as a very offensive hacker. So I wanted someone who was going to be very defensive. So as soon as I thought about that, I thought about, you know, what sort of thing should this character transform into, and then it just hit me. A computer mouse. Most importantly, I want to say a Razer Naga, or... No, I think it was the, it was one of their early ones. I remember my younger brother having it. Either way, so, because, you know, everyone's like, oh, a computer mouse as a hacker, you know, a mouse girl as a hacker, yeah, computer mouse, lol, funny. But I can't think of a single character that actually embodies that joke. So it's like, well, why not? And, you know, make her interesting. I started taking some inspiration from, well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually. I started kind of just messing around with the idea of what if this character kind of had a dual deck system that she could whip out. Oh, that's right. I was showing this to a friend while I was designing this, and they came up with the idea that her hacker handle was Anonymouse. I ended up going like a lot of back and forth on the design, because for once I kind of wanted this to represent the real product. Although that said, a lot of people might sit there and go, well, why a mouse though? Like, okay, mouse theme, that's fine. You know, Robots in Disguise had this whole animal theme for the Decepticons, you know, with, what's his name? Wolf Guy and, the Buck, and I really don't know any of their names. Damn. Jetstream may yell at me over that in a bit. I started remembering some early G1 episodes where, you know, Soundwave would transform into his tape cassette form outside of a lab or something, and someone would think, oh, this must be someone's tape player. I'll bring it inside. And I'm kind of sitting there going, well, yeah, I kind of was thinking, well, computer mouse, yeah, that kind of makes sense. It wouldn't look that out of place. But why a high-end gaming mouse that is recognizable? Let's say you were riding the bus or riding the train, and you saw a computer mouse by itself. You'd be like, oh, it's just a computer mouse. Now, some people might, like, nick off with it, or some people might be like, oh, well, throw away, or lost and found, or whatever. What if you're the type of gamer who goes, wait, that's a Razer gaming mouse? You know, this is something more likely to be picked up by someone who's already a bit, not really scummy, just likes the whole finders keepers thing. And of course, you're not going to scan a mouse for viruses or anything, are you? And that's how she works. She gets picked up, she gets dropped off somewhere, she hacks the computer, and then she disappears. And, well, what are you going to do about it? Complain that you lost a mouse that you didn't pay for in the first place? Oh, you must have misplaced it. That's the type of thing I wanted to capture with this idea. This is someone who is so used to going deep cover, she sneaks around. But sometimes she literally hides in plain sight. Now, with the side things on her, I kind of was messing around with the idea of her having an accessory pack. A pair of headphones, maybe based on Razer headphones. I kind of thought, maybe that'd be pushing it a bit too far with the branding and all that. So, You know, I just went in with like a couple of generic headphones, but those were like her accessory packs that also acted as her tail. Like, the headphone jack was her tail. I thought that was just a cool little touch. Yeah, and I just really wanted to capture the idea that her headphone jack was like this multi-tool that, you know, she could grab out a piece, slap it into the multi-tool, and she has basically an extra hand for tinkering around with something. Like, Retrowave is very software-based. He's not really a physical type of person, whereas Razer was gonna be very physical. Like, her whole thing was being quick, sneaky. I wish I could gush on about Razer more, but it's kind of clear where a lot of my motivation came from. It was obviously from, well, the Razer brand itself, you know, with the blacks and the greens. But it was also just the idea of a very small character that embodied the fact that they were small. Oh god, the keys. Oh, the keys. I need to remember the keys. Ugh. Sorry, keyboards are hard, okay? You're dealing with parallel lines that have to, like, kind of slant away from you, and, you know, you have to deal with depth and such. In this case, I just lived with the fact that all the keys were a bit uneven, because, you know, I'd be able to, you know, add, you know, some details later and shading and such, but it still was one of those. The keys just took me a while. Like, I kind of just sat there for a solid 10 minutes going, how the heck am I gonna do this? Like, don't get me wrong, I love the fact that I gave those to Retrowave. It made perfect sense for his character. But Razer, she's meant to be more physical, so I kind of have this idea of, like, mechanical key presses, and, you know, when you hear her actually working feverishly, you might hear the clicking of the keys. What more can I say? I love this character. She's a great character. I want her to come back. Anyway, we'll finish up with the coloring. Of course, I took reference from Razer themselves. The difficult thing about color is just trying to show the continuity between the parts and what parts should become what. Like, you know, I used a very ABS black-grey for, like, her limbs and that, the parts that would become, like, the body of the mouse. Her shoulder pads were the dark grey, but her inner parts were a lighter grey, just to give that continuity. Like, ideally, if you're trying to be sneaky, you shouldn't have glowing green parts or anything. You should be, like, probably just all one color and, like, you know, a grey or something. Now, that said, just remember, guys, Razer products can turn off their lights. So just because she has glowing green things doesn't mean the glowing green things are on all the time. Sorry, I really am just floored at how nicely this design came together. I've actually done up a kind of edit of this where I made a wallpaper. You know, I went through, did the Anonymous logo and all that, and kind of did as a wallpaper. And I'll put up available for people to download and use if they like. And yeah, do feel free to tweet this video to Razer. Honestly, this is my first time actually doing something like this, if I had to be honest. Like, not to say I haven't done characters based on products or anything. This is the first time I've done it and made it public. And yes, guys, I did base her helmet off Mega Man X-Zero because I like that character. So, nah. So, anyway, I've been Techie, you've been fantastic, and, you know, remember, this Saturday, or Sunday, this weekend, it's going to be Jetstream on the tabletop. So remember, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you stay informed. And I'll catch you all next time.
And remember, everybody, like and subscribe for more content. And once again, remember, by controlling the web, I control the world. And transmission.